Zone.
Wow. Okay. Good morning. Welcome in to the Out of Bounds Show, ESPN 105.9 The Zone.
A guy named Sliced Bread.
Robbie Ashford.
A guy named Sliced Bread.
Why not?
Live in the Bank Plus studio. The show is brought to you by the Rack of Lamb, the bone-in ribeye, Kessler Prime, and the Renaissance. KesslerPrime.com to make a reservation. We're streaming live on the Out of Bounds radio app and the Zone1059.com. Dave Bartu on Ole Miss Miami at 8:30 and Tom Luganbill at 9:30 this morning. I guess we may drop one more guess. Those are going to be heavy Ole Miss Miami. Actually, Bartu is all Ole Miss Miami because we did it on Friday. And considering he's been working with Miami the last 3 years, you're going to want to listen to it. So stream it if you're going into work. You can download the Out of Bounds radio app. Takes 5 seconds. Or you can hit our website, thezone1059.com. Dave Bartu, Matrix Analytical, working with coaching staffs, college and NFL on he tries to give you just a slight edge. Doesn't tell you what to do, but recommends X, Y, and Z. Mario Cristobal said yes. He hired Heatherman, phenomenal defensive coordinator for the U, who nobody had heard of. And now, God knows what Heatherman will re-up for and possibly put himself in. Because when you do this, as y'all know, when you're really, really productive at the Power 4 level as an OC or DC, then you get your name in the mix for G5 jobs or G6, whatever you want to say. There's really only like G1 or G2, but whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Clown axe.
Sorry. You can get in touch with us on the Golden Moon Casino text line, 601-885-3776. I can't read some of the texts. On Mississippi State. All the ones on Ole Miss we can read. Find us on X. It'll take me a minute to drop Twitter. Find us on X at Bowbounds.
Sounds good.
That's not the drug. It's the social media platform. That's why it's weird to me.
Currently, right.
But that's what Elon wanted to call it.
Yeah,
along with several other of his companies that he does that. SpaceX, X, this. So find us on X at Bowbounds. Brought to you by... And look for us on X at Bowbounds, brought to you by Eye Care Professionals and Dr. Kirk Jeffries and the team on Lakeland Drive with 2 locations, from cataract surgery at Eye Care Professionals to a routine eye exam. Eye Care Professionals, Dr. Kirk Jeffries and the team on Lakeland Drive, 1 in Jackson, 1 Flowood, Belmead. Eye Care Professionals, routine eye exams, cataract surgery. Now, Michelob Ultra caller line 601-707-3750. Disappointing Friday night for Mississippi State football. You really wanted Levy and crew to have a good showing. Get people juiced up for when those March emails hit your inbox on either re-upping or grabbing some seats at Davis Wade. And you just never got going. Kicked a bunch of field goals. Really herky-jerky, I thought, as far as what you wanted to do on offense. Felt like Levy, you knew what he wanted to do. He wanted Camario Taylor, for our listeners, Camario Taylor from Noxubee County, true freshman quarterback at Mississippi State. You wanted Camario Taylor to he didn't have to have a record-setting night, but a good night. Yeah. And really it just was all over the place. And no rhythm and tempo. Wake was able to do enough. Obviously, the special teams touchdown was huge in the first half, and Robbie Ashford and them did enough Wake did not have to fight cramps or cramping. Mississippi State, for whatever reason, did. Lots of I haven't been blown up on my phone like that. And think of all the time. Now, Ole Miss is in like euphoria, magic land, but even in all the different times where these programs, I'm talking, and Mississippi State's about as low as it's been in the last 40 years. When I got up on Saturday morning, I couldn't believe that. I mean, I heard from people that I hadn't heard from in a while. So,
not fans.
No people.
Not
a lot of these people were people who don't complain,
right?
And but I think pressure on entities, programs, administrations, businesses, government is really, really good. I say that all the time. I mean, I think pressure is really, really good. And that's how really the system should be set up, whichever one you're following at the moment, whether it's politics, business, or collegiate athletics. And, I mean, we're going to have some hammer time in the NFL today.
Ooh, is it Black Monday?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And so it just didn't go the whole thing was a disaster. That's basically what happened. And Wake's they're not good. I mean, they're solid with smart players.
That's cute.
But they're not fast. They don't overwhelm you. They didn't have a really talented quarterback. They didn't have a really talented skill player playing.
They better never overwhelm you.
That was it. So anyway, I'm trying not to go too. Actually, I'm being really kid glove and nice about this. I could really just burn it down,
right?
But I hate it for Mississippi State fans because you've supported this program. But hey, you got a good win at Texas in basketball.
That was a good win.
Josh Hubbard was
38.
insane. On another, you went over to Texas, who has players.
Right.
Texas has hired a big-time coach in Sean Miller. Look what Sean Miller did at Xavier. Look what he did at Arizona. He got tripped up in the whole
phone tap.
Phone taps, like the American gangster Will Wade, who's now at NC State.
Ballin'.
And Sean Miller and Will Wade are similar.
Yes.
They don't care. Throw the gloves off. I'll do whatever it takes to get a player.
Yeah.
I'm here to win. I'll let third-party flesh peddlers live at my house.
Yep.
I mean, we want to win. Texas has players. Mississippi State goes on the road. Hubbard and crew. Yeah, he was insane. The shots that he's a shot maker anyway. And I love when Jay Billis talks shot makers because he nerds out on it. And because college basketball was my favorite sport when I was a kid growing up, when you listen to Billis talk about shot makers, it's delicious. And Josh Hubbard is one of the greatest shot makers to ever come through the state of Mississippi. And you usually don't get refined players from Mississippi high school basketball. And the two that I can think of are Chris Jackson, who is day one ready at LSU out of Mississippi, and Josh Hubbard.
Yep.
Who was and believe it or not, Q Weatherspoon, who nobody talked about because he was overshadowed by Malik Newman. But Q was day one ready. It's very, very rare, and I know it's extremely difficult.
Ooh.
But
one more.
Josh Hubbard was unbelievable on Saturday night against the Texas Longhorns. First of all, he was making shots from right at the rim, intermediate, and threes from Houston, Texas, and they were playing in Austin.
Right.
Dave Bartu on Ole Miss Miami at 8:30, Luganville at 9:30.
you gonna show me the money?
Good morning. Dave Bartu coming up next on Ole Miss Miami. Dave Bartu coming up next, Ole Miss Miami. Miami's been a client of his for the last few years. Heatherman, the defensive coordinator, was his recommendation to Mario Cristobal. Most of the times, coaches don't listen to somebody like that, but most coaches don't know how to staff, even some of the better ones. Now, not everybody's like Lane Kiffin. I don't know how Lane figured that out or who's always been around him, but damn nations, he knows how to staff. And there's some other coaches around the country, but obviously Kurt Cignetti is a freak, and he's had those guys with him, some of them all the way from Indiana IPU, whatever the hell that is, IUPU. Which is, IUPU in Pennsylvania, and then James Madison and now Indiana. But most coaches, high school, college, NFL, don't know how to staff and won't ask anybody for help. And nobody had created any kind of metric system to give you, to deliver the analytics that you needed so that you could say, okay, here's 5 guys that grade out really well as far as O-line coach. Corner. Can you imagine how hard it is to coach O-line and corners? Good Lord. And quarterbacks. I mean, all of it's difficult, but man, those 3 positions, offensive line, look what Ole Miss is doing right now. Their offensive line has been really, really, really good. At a time when everything's so watered down, people are just trying to hang on. And think about, offensive line, quarterback, and corner.
So technical.
Brutal. And now you have to be like the NFL at the college level. You have to cram everything in 5 weeks. Basically get around your players. I know you can do more in the summer, but let's just say July 25th, August 1, you got 4 or 5 weeks. How good a coach are you? How good a coach are you? And that's why this whole thing fit Lane. Lane's NFL. He's more NFL. He grew up NFL. He likes that. And he likes the fact that college football is now modeled after the NFL, both paying players, but you get players for 1 year, a lot of them, and you have to be able to get them up and running in 4 or 5 weeks in practice, which is impressive, right?
Yeah.
For the Kurt Cignetti.
Jumpstarting the program.
He's another one that can do it.
Yeah, it's rather difficult.
So
I can't jumpstart my car.
I know you can't.
Let alone a program.
Well, here's what I want you to do. I want you to think about Total Transportation of Mississippi, TotalMS.com, offering regional and nationwide routes. All right, weekly pay, monthly bonuses, full benefits, great company, Total Transportation of Mississippi. You can go online right now and apply. TotalMS.com, offering nationwide and regional routes. TotalMS.com. We're live in the Bank Plus studio, Out of Bounds, 105.9 The Zone, ESPN. One more thing. National Spaghetti Day.
Nice. I like that.
Brought to you by Taste Italian Kitchen in the Renaissance and Taste Italian Kitchen in Starkville. They've been on fire since they opened. I don't remember when that was, July or August. And it's National Spaghetti Day. Of course, their lasagna is amazing, too, among other things. That's TasteItalianKitchen.com.
Are they a 1 meatball spaghetti or are they multiple meatballs?
They do their world-famous meatball that's part of their appetizer on top of their spaghetti.
Like that.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's fabulous. The red sauce is delicious. You dip the bread in there. Or what I do sometimes is I take my croutons off of the Caesar set because I get Caesar on the side. I take the croutons off of the salad and I put them in the bowl where you get the meatball for the world-famous meatball app.
Getting buck wild.
Well, that's how and then I get a Volteo Reposado Old Fashioned because Taste has Dak Prescott's tequila. And Blanco and Reposado, 100% blue agave, additive-free, Volteo, Volteo. Also, Briarwood Wine and Spirits has it among Lincoln Road and Hattiesburg and so on. Okay, Luke just texted me. The Rogue has, we got to get to a lot of things.
Yeah, we do.
The Rogue has, let me read this right so I won't screw it up. The Rogue Men's Store has Peter Millar quarter zips and hoodies for the Fiesta Bowl.
All right.
red and powder blue with the college football playoff patch. They can ship today. This is your last day to get it shipped before the game. Or you can pick it up in the store, which is the Rogue Men's Store in Jackson in the iconic building. You see it. It sits up high, I-55 North Frontage Road. So the Rogue Men's Store, Peter Millar, quarter zips and hoodies for the Fiesta Bowl. Red and powder blue with college football playoff patch. Biggest week in the history of Ole Miss athletics. Biggest game. This will be a legitimate football national championship.
That's right.
They are playing, they win, they play the winner of Indiana and Oregon in the national title game. You can make a strong argument they have the best quarterback left.
Oh, yeah.
Either him or Fernandez, and Mendoza's been really good too.
Yes.
You know, 6'5", 235, can play, but they're both athletic but different stylistically. Yeah. And Carson Beck is, last time Ole Miss played him, he had a terrible game in Oxford last year. He then transferred to Miami. He actually made a couple of plays for Miami against Ohio State late in the game.
Say what you want.
He's a nice quarterback, but he's played a ton of football.
So much.
And he was in the college football playoff last year.
He's still here.
Okay. So, neutral site game.
Man.
Ole Miss will take some people. Miami will take some people. And then you'll have some corporate people there.
Right. My man Beck, dude. Yeah. You know, he went down there for a girl.
Yeah.
Girl leaves.
And now he's in the semifinals.
CFP, baby.
I think he won.
He won for
It's
a
been
long
a
time
good year
with Cavender. Yeah, his girlfriend was she was a looker, and she was a twin.
Was she a volleyball player or softball
volleyball,
or tennis?
basketball? She was a hooper.
She was a hooper.
Matter of fact, gotta love a hooper.
Yeah,
A big time.
and where did she go?
That's a good question. Maybe
Who cares? All right. We are the Out of Bounds Show, ESPN 105.9 The Zone, and we're driven by your next GMC Sierra truck at Fowler GMC Pearl Brandon. Now, if you're looking for a truck or SUV, I want you to go online right now and go to Fowler, FOWLER, FowlerGMC.com. GMC Sierra trucks, GMC Yukons, but they've got other makes and models. FowlerGMC.com. Have I missed anything today? We got Bar 2 coming up on Ole Miss Miami.
that's right.
Tom Lugan Bill at 9:30 on both games, Ole Miss, Miami, and Indiana and Oregon. So here are the four coaches left.
Yeah.
Pete Golding, Mario Cristobal at Miami, Kurt Signetti at Indiana, and Dan Lanning at Oregon. All of them coached under Nick Saban.
That's right.
So now it'd have been funny if Kiffin was still at Ole Miss because Mario Cristobal hates Lane Kiffin.
Yes, he does.
They coached together at Alabama. And I wouldn't be surprised if Mario was one of the ones that clocked Lane while he was there. You know, Lane got in a couple of skirmishes. And Mario Cristobal is a big man, right? He's even bigger than Ed Ogeron. Yeah. And, I mean, he's Rip City, and younger. So that would have added to the deal. But anyway.
Show me the money!
Bottom line is Ole Miss has already fallen in love with Pete Golding because he's 2-0 over Tulane in Georgia and has Ole Miss in the Final Four against Miami Thursday night at 6:30. Dave Bartu on Ole Miss Miami coming up next, driven by your next GMC Sierra truck at Fowler GMC Pearl Brandon. Hit it right now, FowlerGMC.com.